As of late, DC has been suffering with their games. Gotham Knights was a huge failure with hundreds of poor reviews, and the Suicide Squad game getting loads of hate for the creative decisions. And with Marvel putting out some great games lately like Spider-Man 2 and the upcoming Wolverine game and Blade game, DC needs to put out a good game. A really good game. And there's only one man who can make this happen. One man who already has a Justice League. One man who has taken down Brainiac. One man who already has 2 great games. And one man who is desperate for another installment in their franchise. And that man is a Batman. A Lego Batman. We need a Lego Batman 4. If you liked the video so far, why don't you subscribe? I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and by pressing that button, you can get me one step closer. So just subscribe. Anyway, I think we can all agree that we need a LEGO Batman 4. That's not up for debate. The real question is, what does LEGO Batman 4 have to be good? There is 4 main areas that this game has to get right. First, the story. It's tough to come up with a story for the 4th LEGO Batman game. The first LEGO Batman had a pretty simple story, the second game had a little bit more complex of a story with adding Superman and the Justice League, and then the third game had the entire Justice League fighting Brainiac while exploring different planets. So where do you go from there? Well, I think they should go back to basics. The main problem with LEGO Batman 3 was the focus was shifted away from Batman and Robin, it was put more on the Justice League. Which is fine, but not for a LEGO Batman game. So head back to Gotham and put the spotlight back on Batman and Robin. The story should be a combination of LEGO Batman 1 and LEGO Batman 2 story. Not super complex, and it's very simple. It's a LEGO game, it doesn't need to be complicated. Maybe it's just some of Batman's villains breaking out of Arkham, and they are now forming a plot to take over Gotham or something. Each level could be Batman and Robin facing different villains similar to LEGO Batman 1, but at the same time building up to a bigger story like LEGO Batman 2. That way, when the player gets to the final level, it feels like the final level. I also liked how each chapter of the original LEGO Batman had its own group of villains you gotta face, and I think that should be reintroduced in LEGO Batman 4. Some villains I would like to see that we haven't in a while are Bane, Scarecrow, Riddler, Two-Face, and Mr. Freeze. They were only really used in the first LEGO Batman and not much in the later games. So I think it's about time they make their return, and not just be unlockable characters. They really could have cool boss battles. I don't want the whole game just to revolve around Joker, though Joker should probably be the final boss. If LEGO Batman 4 follows this very basic and simple plot, then it'll be a pretty great game. Besides the story, I think it's very important to have good levels and good gameplay. Levels are probably the most important part of any LEGO game. While LEGO Batman 1 and 2 levels are really good, LEGO Batman 4's need to be better. So I think these levels should have a similar style to the latest LEGO game, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Skywalker Saga did a complete overhaul of the classic LEGO levels and replaced it with a much more modern style. Instead of having side-scroller levels where the camera is fixed, you can move the camera wherever you want. This was a massive improvement over the previous level designs and allowed the levels to be so much more than they were. This video by BD1P kinda shows what this could look like. Basically, he managed to take the camera wherever he wanted in LEGO Batman 2. All the levels looked and felt completely different. Ace Chemicals, Arkham Asylum, the Batcave, and Wayne Tower changed a lot, and in a good way. It was a massive improvement over the old levels. This just gives you an idea of how LEGO Batman 4 could look if it followed the level style of Skywalker Saga, which people seem to really like. So the next LEGO Batman game should definitely include these revamped levels. Another thing I'd like them to include is re-adding the suit changers instead of a suit wheel. The suit wheel was added in LEGO Batman 3, and I thought it was a really big downgrade compared to the suit changes in LEGO Batman 1 and 2. The suits became way too overpowered and much easier to obtain, and sometimes they just bypass a whole part of the level. So going back to the classic suit changes would be much better. The suits are a lot more balanced and make the game a lot more fun. It's just kinda boring switching suits wherever you want. The suit changers were also kind of a staple of the LEGO Batman games, and was unique to only those games. Taking them out makes LEGO Batman a little bit more bland and doesn't stand out compared to other LEGO games. So it's probably a good idea to re-include them. Speaking of suits, the actual suits would be pretty good. I would include some classic suits like Batman's electricity suit, power suit, and sensor suit, and Robin's acrobatic suit, magnetic suit, and hazard suit. But we do also need some fresh and new suits. Maybe like, come to think of it, what suits are there really to add? Everything's kind of been added already in the past LEGO Batman games. So I guess just reusing suits with different designs would be fine. If you guys have any new suit ideas, leave it in the comments and I'll reply. Anyway, after saying all that, I think there's only one thing left that could put LEGO Batman back on top. One thing that could save DC games. One thing that can make LEGO Batman 4 the game of the year. And that is an open world. I said it before and I'll say it again. Almost every single good game has a good open world. Think Red Dead, GTA, Mario Odyssey, Spider-Man, Breath of the Wild, and Cars the video game all have great open worlds. Of course, not all good games have open worlds, but sometimes they just add the little extra thing that completes the game. LEGO Batman 3 would be a lot better if it just had a proper open world. So for LEGO Batman 4, if we're going back to Gotham, we should get an open world. LEGO Batman 2 had an excellent open world that really had the atmosphere of Gotham, and I think it's the best Gotham that TT Games had put out. LEGO DC Supervillains also had a Gotham, but it was too small since it had Metropolis and Smallville included as well. Which is not a bad thing since it wasn't a LEGO Batman game, but this is, so it needs to be good. The rain, the buildings, even the streets of Gotham should be perfect in this game. I also think it's important for Gotham to have a lot of major and memorable locations. Arkham Asylum, Ace Chemicals, Wayne Tower, and especially the Batcave are all key points to having a great Gotham, and LEGO Batman 4 should focus on that. It brings life to the game instead of being a bland open area like Gotham Knights. The city could even have random crimes like bank robberies, car chases, or different supervillains popping up. The open world can really make a game great. So, if LEGO Batman 4 pulls this off, then we could be looking at a future Game of the Year. So yeah, if LEGO Batman 4 can have a great story, great gameplay, great levels, and a great open world, then it could become one of the best LEGO games of all time. There's already been some rumors of LEGO Batman 4, which has got me pretty excited. It's been a hot minute since TT Games have released a LEGO game, but they really haven't missed, so I trust they'll put out another masterpiece. It's only been 10 years since we got a LEGO Batman game, and I think it's time we get another one. So, what do you think LEGO Batman 4 should include? Leave your comments down below. Anyway, I gotta get back to playing LEGO Batman 2. Subscribe and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.